Back in City Skylines 2 and back in Fort Chaosdale and back in Beach Crossing, our district, where we have to fill one last block, which we want to do today, and we want to do it by creating a gated community. And before we do that, we very quickly have to rearrange the power lines because the people in this nice neighborhood don't want to have some high voltage power lines above them. So now we have a nice space to work with, and I want to start by surrounding it with water. And I think this body of water borders the district pretty good from the rest of the area, which is more of a low-income neighborhood. So I think it's a good idea. It's something special in here. So we just lower the terrain and wait for the water to flow in. And while we wait, please consider liking and subscribing, please. That would be pretty nice. Thank you very much. So, and there we have it. Our water level is at the right position. So let's start with the basic road layout for this district. And when we've already built this bridge, the entrance to the gated community, we add something like a booth and some barriers, so not everyone can get into this neighborhood. I mean, we can pretend this. And now let's see what we can do. I want to have some larger buildings in here, some larger low density buildings, and maybe something special in the middle, a pool and some tennis courts maybe. So let's see what we can do. Now let's add some details to this road. And it was the metro. And we have this Japanese entrance gate, which is barely fitting, but it's alright, I think, for now, for this crossing, for this junction. Let's add some parking. Maybe it's a guest or an employee parking, and surround it with a wall. In this space we can add some tennis courts and a pool area. We will detail it up, of course, later in the video. For now, let's just check out where we will have this entertainment and recreational area. And we will have it here, I guess. Okay, now let's surround everything with trees, so they are pretty nicely separated from the rest of the city. There we go, all the trees finished, and now let's add some bigger homes in here. Go for some different styles, from North American to European to Japanese. Very individual homes, I think, is a good idea. Okay, so far so good. Last few houses, and then we can care about our recreational spot in the middle of the district by adding some... That was a helicopter, right? By adding some parks and connect them via a path, of course. And then we can care about the tennis and pool area. And another helicopter passing by. They won't like it in here. We should reroute the helicopter, but we can't. So they will manage, I think. Alright, oh, the pool is gone. Here it is. Let's bring back our pool. And then we can add some details to it. I want to try to make some changing rooms. I've already done this before in our last series. I've made a pool area with some changing rooms. So I remember we have those nice props. Let's put them together, recolor them, and we can use the Ctrl-C mod for copying this nice thing. And if you want to know more about me and the channel, join the Discord, link is in the description below. I would be happy to meet you there. Okay, copy and paste it a few times, which is a pretty nice feature. I like it. And now we can recolor all these changing rooms. Maybe a light purple is a good idea. It looks pretty alright, I think. And for the rest of the space, we add some deck chairs and some parasols and some people, of course. Okay, now let's continue filling the rest of the area with a lot of trees. I want to have a lot of trees. Shall be pretty dense in terms of trees. Nice private neighborhood. Would you live here? Let me know in the comments, and which house would it be? I mean, there are worse neighborhoods in the city. I think it's okay. And if you want to support me even further, you can always consider becoming a channel member for only 99 cents a month, and you will get sneak peeks, custom emojis, and a private Discord chat server. So consider it if you want. And now let's add a small football pitch in here to fill this awkward space. And this building can work as an office building or a maintenance building for the neighborhood, for the community. So just extend this lot a little bit and add some minor details to it, and then we don't have to do much else to this. And we have this space left, and I think we can add a bunch of trees. And maybe before we do that, let's add some custom paths so it stays nice and walkable in here. Okay, after adding some more trees on the side of the highway, we can fill this space maybe by adding a storage area, a small train yard to this space. I mean, it's a nice use of space. We can cover it up with some trees, of course. We'll add some train carriages here and there, some dirt, and then we have a good use of the space maybe. So let's see what we can do in terms of train yard. Now let's look for some cargo wagons, and oh, okay, they're a little bit too tied together. Let's get rid of them. Try again. Maybe we can use the right option in the line tool this time. That's better. So let's fill some parts of the tracks with some trainy stuff, I think. Okay, after adding the last bits and pieces to this area, we are now ready to add a bus line to Beach Crossing. The Beach Crossing district is done, and as I said in the last episode, now we want to create a bus line. So first add some bus stops, maybe alongside the boulevard. And the first bus stop is here at the train station, I think, and on the way back, of course. We have this one at the school, which we placed in the last episode. And maybe one over here, and maybe one next to the gated community, and the last one maybe here somewhere next to the Walmart. And then we make it our usual white, color and connect everything together. Let's see how the line behaves. Give it some waypoints and back. And there we have it. We have our beach crossing line. Let's rename it so we know what's going on. And crank down the numbers of bosses to 4 for now. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I see you guys in the next episode of Fort Chaosdale. Have a good one. Bye.